Right guys, quick video, quick topic, off the cuff. Welcome back to the channel, welcome to It's Okay to Talk. My name is Jake and I am your host, and my style of video is one of basically just thinking of an idea, thinking of a topic, an opinion, a series of thoughts, picking up the camera and discussing it and talking at length, and normally for too long, but in this case I am actually on my lunch break, and so time is of the essence. And so I wanted to discuss this. Look, initially I was going to create bullet points and really take my time and basically write a script, because this is a video that I would have searched for and would have enjoyed watching and hearing and learning from. But at the end of the day, now it's my turn to make the video. I never actually saw anything like this on YouTube. In fact, it's probably rare due to the fact that there's not many people out there that would actually be willing to do this. But if you are finding yourself, with a goal in mind for a start and an opportunity to work 2 full-time jobs, to most likely, financially achieve a certain goal, then this video may help. Or if you are balls deep in working 2 full-time jobs, and you're just looking for anyone else out there that you can relate to, anyone out there that has experienced what you're going through and what you will continue to go through until you use your exit plan or until you've achieved your goal, then this video is for you too. Because all this is about is it's just about relating to someone. So it's just about throwing this video out there so anyone else who needs it, who needs to hear it, who needs some encouragement, or someone to vent with down in the comment section below can find this video and do with it what you will. So either way, there's 3 points that I do want to touch on. 3 things that I learnt through 6 months of working 80 hours a week. The way that my days were spread out, I had a Monday to Friday, 8 till 4 full-time job, and I had another job which was, again, 40 hours, but I spread it over Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings, and then I worked a full 8 hours on both Saturday and Sunday. So Monday, 8 till 4, Tuesday, 8 till 4 and 5 till 12:30, Wednesday, 8 till 4, 5 till 12:30, Thursday, 8 till 4, 5 till 12:30, Friday, 8 till 4, Saturday 8 till 4, Sunday 8 till 4. 7 days a week, 80 hours. What did I learn? Number 1, you are capable of far more than you think. You are capable of far more than you think. But there's a limit. There's a limit on everything. And working 80 hours a week seemed like an impossibility before I did it. Before I tried it, I vividly remember the thoughts. I thought about it for a long time. I knew I had this goal. I had this financial goal, and the only way I was ever going to get there was to, work these 2 jobs. And I had, not everyone has the opportunity to work 2 jobs. Living in a place where, 2 factors combined. Living in a place where I lived 5 minutes away from workplace number 1, and I also had the opportunity to work from home with workplace number 2. Those 2 factors combined actually offered me the opportunity to do this, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to test myself. I'm going to do it until the wheels fall off, or until I lose my mind. Neither of those things happened, although they almost did. So the first thing I learned is that you are capable of far more than you could ever imagine. Something like working 2 full-time jobs, 80 hours a week, is only going to be sustainable for a certain amount of time. You've got to go into it realizing that, and go into it not so much with a view of quitting, but go into it with an exit plan. Because if you get stuck in this routine, and it's not working for you, and maybe you do need to pull the pin early on this financial goal that you're working towards, having an exit plan and sticking to it is going to be beneficial. But overall, it's only going to be sustainable for a short period of time. A sprint, as they say, 6 months, I would say, would be maximum. 6 months maximum. The second thing I've learned, and it's pretty important, and it's probably going to be the reason why you might actually get stuck in this cycle of working 2 full-time jobs, is the paycheck, or 2 paychecks. Having 2 full-time incomes coming into your bank account each and every week is seductive. And it's very, very, very easy to get used to. That is the thought of checking your bank account on that day that you know you're going to get paid and having 2 incomes coming in. That thought, that visualization is all that keeps you going at some points, because you're only doing this because of the money. At the end of the day, if money was taken off the table, you wouldn't do this. You wouldn't push yourself that hard. You would not be redlining your body and your mind each and every day for nothing, would you? It's the money. The money is why we do it. Having 2 incomes coming in when you're only used to 1 is very, very seductive. And, unbelievably, even though physically I was falling apart, it was still difficult to give up the second job because I was used to having all of this money coming in and I was saving a whole bunch. And yes, that money that I was saving was going to be eventually used for something. So it's not as if my bank balance that I was building and building and building really, really quickly, I was actually going to be able to keep. But at the end of the day, it's quite nice. It's quite nice. And having experienced that now, moving back to a 40-hour work week and halving my income, initially it was really scary to do, but I have been back just working 1 job for almost 3 weeks now. And I will say that as soon as it hit me on a Tuesday morning, going to work from 8 till 4, knowing that, holy shit, I've actually got my evening to myself. All it took was 1 evening one evening of realizing, oh my God, I actually got through that. 6 months of working 80 hours a week and I don't need to do it anymore. That is all I needed. And all of the anxiety and worry around how I'm going to cope with just 1 income, not 2, was gone. It was gone. It didn't take long at all. It was a hard decision to make. It's a decision I knew I was going to have to make. It's a decision that I certainly didn't take lightly, but it didn't take long at all for me to be convinced that it was the right decision. The third thing that I've learned, if I can remember it, that's the trouble with doing these videos off the cuff, is, sorry guys, bear with me. The third thing that I've learned from working 2 full-time jobs is perspective. And I could have focused on this topic entirely, but I wanted to bring 3 points. It's better for the YouTube title, better for the algorithm. Hopefully we'll get more clicks. But the final thing I'll talk about is perspective. And it's become evident to me that the reason why, as humans, we go through hardship, we go through periods of time in life where we think, is this ever going to end? Is this going to be worth it? I don't want to do this thing, but I'm going to do it anyway because in the end it's going to be worth it. Well, look, I don't think I knew the meaning. I don't think I may have said I had perspective on things, but the perspective that I have now, after working 80 hours a week and now coming back to 40, is so powerful. It has completely changed the way that I see my life. It's completely changed the way that I see a 40-hour work week, Monday to Friday, 9 till 5, or 8 till 4 in my case. What's happened is that for these last 3 weeks, having worked just 40 hours, not 80, having worked Monday to Friday, not Monday to Sunday, and having my Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings off, as well as every other evening, it has given me the most powerful shift in perspective I've ever had in my entire life. 40 hours a week seems like 20. You come from 80 down to 40, and 40 is going to seem like 20. I'm waking up in the morning with energy, with a smile on my face, walking into work, and enjoying it. I'm enjoying my job. It's one of the first times I've ever been able to say that in my life. Doesn't matter how many hours I was working, doesn't matter what job I had, my perspective was off because I hadn't seen the other side, you know? And the other side is 80 hours a week, 2 full-time jobs. You bring that down to 1 and your perspective is going to change so much. And I just hope that I can continue taking this new perspective through my life and just remembering this period of life, this phase, this 6-month phase that was. And if ever I think a 8-hour workday or a 5-day work week is hard, or it's testing me, or I'm becoming complacent, I'll always think back. I hope that I'll always be able to come back and grasp that perspective and think, thank God I'm not back where I was. Thank God I don't have to, operate off of little sleep, shit nutrition because you got no time to cook, no time to go to the supermarket. And on the days where you do have an evening off, you're completely fucked. You're mentally, physically down the toilet with a goal in mind. And it's you've got to have a powerful mindset to continue to have that goal in the forefront. But once you've achieved that goal, execute your exit plan immediately and hopefully have a whole new perspective on things. That's how I'm feeling at the moment. I'm happy. I enjoy my job. Tell you what, overall, a very, very interesting, powerful experience. You know what I mean? Power in that I achieved a goal that I thought was just completely off the table by doing something that I thought was completely impossible. So you never know what you're capable of. I urge you all to put yourself through that kind of thing at least once in your life. Maybe not for 6 months, maybe for 6 weeks, or maybe 6 days. But if anything, it's going to give you perspective, and bloody powerful that. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.